Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Ole Miss Rebels, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arkansas's offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It sucks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Ole Miss offense will go to work for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Ramos. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Split backs here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. He'll pull it on the read. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Fights off a defender. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They've been running it, but now the pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Scanning the field, it's Ramos. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Trying play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They give it to him again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Off play action on first down. Buying some time. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. On second down, he'll let it fly. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This is a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Razorbacks are on the move. Power football with the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Louisville.
This guy can throw it.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got great speed. The coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones. Played him in the SEC championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right. Always ground team, ground and pound. When they got that ability to keep some balance, these teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
Makes the grab outside. It's Rousseau. And the short completion brings up second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Offense set on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Wants to pass it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense getting a boost from this crowd on third and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Short gain on the play before he slides. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Using his legs to buy some time. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays?
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Neutrals on defense.
defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Snapped it in the shotgun. Pressure coming. They're trying to get to it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Offense gets set for second down. Handoff from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Looking to scramble. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40, at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Keeps the legs moving. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sure hands, it's Santos. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Grab behind the line. It's straight. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Caught near the sticks. It's straight. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Rebels are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking for space. It's Suggs. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ramos. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're bringing him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Going with the ground game left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Ramos. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Finds his tight end. At the 45, on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Feeling some heat. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Gets it out quickly. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 18 over UAB. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working in the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. A 1st down for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. Back to throw, it's Ramos. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They've got the screen set up. And tackled there by the defense. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.